everybody, I am Tom, and you are watching me play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Or I should say, The Witcher 3... or The Lady of Time and Space 3 Wild Hunt. We finished off last time on a cliffhanger where we were doing through a Ciri portion. I'm actually going to reload because there was a bit of conversation there that I didn't catch in the recording when I first started. So I'm going to load the same game. Yep. And that should replay the conversation, I'm hoping.
Man in the mask. He's from afar, isn't he?
Oh yes. From very far away.
Where exactly?
Aren't you nosy?
Surprised? Been sitting in this fish puddle me whole life. I'd love to travel like you.
Like me? No, you wouldn't like that. Trust me.
Your elbow up, your arrow go astray.
I know, but my arm hurts.
Good. Means your muscles are working. And mind the string don't catch on your nose.
Ah, I know.
I'm kind of keeping quiet at this point, simply because there's kind of dialogue going on in the background. There's kind of like just world-building dialogue, but dialogue nonetheless.
See Snorri strutting around in final, gleaming with gold at him. I had to squint from the glare. They say he means to ask Yorin for her hand today. Her hand's all in get. Not a wonder why she's only got eyes for rocket. Snorri's not dressed up for Yorin. It's her father he aims to impress. Riches be the first and only thing the man looks for in a son-in-law.
Fair point. Probably particularly if you're in like this kind of area where we're in like a literally log wall village and there's monsters on the outside.
Alright. In you go and get out of those rags.
All of them?
I should think so. Let's go. I'm getting goosebumps.
Finally. I was so worried she'd...
Ah, Mum, you always worry. Everything's fine, ain't it?
Yes, it's fine.
Good. That's good. What's on your thigh, child? That a bruise?
This? No, it's a tattoo.
So it is. A red rose. It mean anything?
It's a souvenir of someone special who's dead now.
I picture it already. You were promised to a handsome lad. He gave you a red rose before sailing off, but the cruel sea swallowed him.
Close.
Child. Those bards have stuffed your head with their foolish romances. Here we are, gabbing away. Steam's gone. Gotta douse the coals.
Say, back home, have you got saunas too?
You know, I don't really have a home. I'm a traveler.
Ah, that's right. Where was your ship headed?
Ship?
We fished you out of the sea. We thought you were in a shipwreck.
No, that's not right. I wasn't in a shipwreck.
So, what brings you to our shores?
I'm here looking for someone.
Not your betrothed, I hope.
Why?
It'd break Skjall's heart. He's head over heels for you, girl. Sat at your bedside all the day, staring like he was painted by a master.
Astrid, I asked you not to tell her.
Oops. Well, now the milk's spilt. Do you fancy Skjall?
Well, he seems nice.
Oh my. He's that bad?
Leave it, Astrid. Who she likes is her affair, and it's not to you.
Listen, it's lovely sitting here with you, but I really must go now.
I understand. Who'd want to stay in this hole? We're all related 3 times over and the air stinks of fish.
I can't see how you're related to anyone here. No one in Lockwoodton groans and bitches quite like you do. Sit down and be quiet. Child, Skjald's certain to have readied the horses by now. But before you go, you ought to take a quick jump in the water. It'll do you good.
I suppose. Why not?
Head through the door and you'll see the pier. Be careful, it's slippery.
Thank you once more.
And once more, there's no need. God's bless your journey.
Cold.
Hot sauna into a cold bath. You know it's actually healing me, which is a nice touch. Oop. Now what I want you to do, Ciri, is get out of the water. Or not, I suppose. I think the problem that she's having is that she doesn't like have a jump button. She has like a magic dash button. I wonder if that guy up there, I wonder if all the guards are dressed like him, or whether he's the guy who was dressed in finery. The guy on the top of the bridge there. Because he looks very colourful for this area.
Regards to your father.
How'd she know I was looking for my father? Can't go in there. So we're gonna go join Skjald at the stable. He's over here somewhere.
Storms are coming. You've got to go to your mum. Tell her to take the wash down. You keep practicing.
Aye,
If your fingers tire, grip the string with.
no need. They won't tire.
I'm intrigued what you grip the string with if your fingers tire. With your palm, maybe?
Oh,
It seems dangerous.
you're here. The horses are ready.
As am I. Shall we ride?
Listen, I hope... My sister, she didn't talk any nonsense to you, did she?
No. Except to mention that you fancy me.
What? But I asked her... Besides, it's not... Of course, you are very... But... You know what? Let's ride. You're in a hurry and it'll be dark soon.
I mean, as much as I'd like to bone him, because he seems like he deserves it, because I know what happens to him in the future, we need to ride.
You're right. I hope to come back here one day. We can finish our conversation then.
Sounds dangerous.
I didn't intend it to.
I'll take Njord. You can ride Greyback. She's old, but she'll make the...
Run for your lives!
You stay here! I'll go and...
I can look after myself.
Ciri's kind of OP. That hurt. She has no way of healing though, so you don't want to get hit by one of those swords. I really started to be more careful about my teleport, because you'll notice I may chuck a clip in of it here, but when you do your like Q teleport where you flash around slashing everybody, which by the way you just hold Q, it throws out a radius and then you get everyone in that radius. When she's actually does the initial teleport away, if someone swings a sword or a claw, in the case of the dogs, if you were there, it actually hits you. Whoa, shit, there's a goddamn elf behind me. Yeah, see there, I took damage. When I wasn't actually there, I'd teleported away. I think Ciri's quite strong enough to be able to parry these Wild Hunt Riders. Definitely not strong enough to parry the dogs. But it seems like I kind of... It stopped the damage when I parried the... Oh, she actually has auto regen health, which is nice. Come on, Skull, let's double team this motherfucker. Hey, he's dead. Actually, no, he's not. Now he is. You notice we actually auto-regen health, so I can actually just heal if I get hit. Good to know. Oh, I didn't actually notice that before. Granted, the Hounds of the Wild Hunt do that as well, but... Alright, so... run away a bit until I can get my health back. Alright, it's just these two actual warriors now. Hey, buddy. You can only get two of them, and then they do like a backhand. Geralt can hit him a few more times, I think, but I think Ciri's just, yeah, there you go. I think Ciri's slightly too weak to be able to, I mean, weak physically, obviously. She's powerful as fuck otherwise, but I don't think she has the strength to... Jesus. There's a hound over there too. Good to know. There we go. That sounded like more coming. I know the sound of portals. Oh, maybe they were portaling out? No, they were definitely portaling in. Yeah, there's more portaling in as I kill them. This is somewhat pointless. I'm gonna keep trying though. I mean, Shkal is holding his own. Credit where it's due. Everybody else is dead. Skell's still holding in there, so... That's the downside of Death March, I suppose, is that the NPCs can't really hold the handle to the Wild Hunt. Hey, Skell. Keep him busy for a second.
All together. You know who you've crossed.
Hey, Skell.
You know who you've crossed.
You know who you've crossed.
All together.
I'm pretty sure you're the only dude left, Skell. Me and you against the world, buddy. There you go, get in there. I need to focus this hound a bit because I'm letting him heal too much.
Right, Ciri. Don't look back.
Don't have to tell me twice, they keep spawning in more guys and I don't want to do it.
What? What was that?
The Wild Hunt.
Ragnarok? The world's end?
No, not yet. But I must go. They're here for me.
Get on the horse. I'll show you the way to the rock.
You should stay. See to Astrid, your mum.
Afterwards. Once I'm sure you'll make it. Let's go.
He's a good man.
Watch out. Right, Ciri. Don't look back.
There we go. Wasn't letting me sprint to begin with. Which is a shame. I'd love to sprint.
Faster, they're catching up.
Also, I don't have a silver blade with Ciri, just a steel one. Ow. Luckily, I think that's the last one. There we go. Not particularly difficult.
What?
The mysterious elf. No, obedient horse. She's trying to pull him back. She's trying to pull him back and make him help, but he refuses to. Shit. And to be fair, there's probably nothing that either of them could do. And as soon as they leave, the Wild Hunt has no reason to stay, so they'll probably just leave. So it's probably the correct decision, but... Whew. Whew. Hard decision. Particularly for Ciri. These people helped her.
What became of that creature? Where is he?
Stop!
What?
Saw him at Stonas, but he sold him.
To whom?
Don't know.
Begone.
To tell them. Clear my name.
Begone, I
damn.
say.
Poor kid. Poor kid. That ain't good. Yennefer went and killed the ancient forest. And she feels horrible about it by the look of it.
Yen, are you alright?
I'm fine now. The spell. Imagine putting wriggling cockroaches in your mouth, or swimming in manure. That's more or less how it felt.
I do wonder whether she literally means that, as in there was a sensation of disgust, or whether or not she just felt disgusted in having to do it.
What happened to the garden?
It died. Like I said, the spell, it requires a great deal of energy.
You knew it would end like this, didn't you? Didn't consider it worth mentioning?
No, I knew you'd protest. Your sense of decency is charming, but it does get in the way sometimes.
Once again, I could say this, but honestly, I think she has shown sympathy. I just think she's shown it in a typically Yennefer way, which is to try and not show it whatsoever.
Yen, let's get out of here. Now.
You needn't ask me twice.
The garden! Our garden! How could you? We helped! And you! Inconceivable!
Now.
Don't you dare try to calm me! We've every right to be furious! Furious! And you will pay for this.
I'm sorry.
Is that all? Will you say nothing else?
Nothing that would help.
I shall make sure all Skellige hears what you did here.
Wait. I did this. I alone. Geralt tried to stop me. I refused to listen.
I might have known. They warned me about you. Sorceresses. None shall open their door to you. None shall feed your hunger, and none shall tend to your wounds.
Yen, you didn't have to do that.
But I wanted to. I'd rather not talk about it. We must focus on what Skal told us.
Key to finding Ciri is that ugly thing Skjall saw on the beach. That's what I think.
Do you think... Is there a chance that thing might be Ciri? That... well... she's been transformed by some curse?
Don't even want to think about it.
Geralt, we must.
Might be her companion, or someone else altogether connected to them both. I don't know.
You must see Donar. Ask him to whom exactly he sold the thing.
Not coming with me?
You know, I'm better off not showing myself to him now.
Probably a very good idea.
Didn't learn much, though we can be sure Ciri's not in Skellige anymore. Maybe she's in Velen, hiding somewhere. Or in Novigrad, world's largest city.
Better to have some idea where to look than none.
Makes me wonder what she's gotten herself into.
Can't even begin to imagine. But we will pull her out of it, safe and sound. That I promise you.
Ciri's trail in Skellige. We followed it, exhausted the possibilities. Might be time to go back to the continent.
Before you do, there's one thing. It's important.
What's that?
Let's meet in Larvik, at the Warriors' Hall. We'll speak there.
Fine. Larvik. See you there soon.
Thank you. For that, and for your help in the garden. I'd not have managed without you.
It was nothing.
Geralt, you know me. I'm rare to praise, but when I do, it is sincere.
Shouldn't have that horse before. Alright. So I have a few updated character entries. I'm going to read those character entry updates. I am then going to talk to Donoran Hindar, which I believe is... what quest is that? Main quest, presumably? Yep. And the next episode, we're going to go meet Yennefer and do what she wants to do. I assume Donna is... it's his island, so yeah, he's over here in Larvik. I'm pretty sure you meet Yennefer down in the docks area of Larvik. I could be wrong, but we'll see. There's also a bunch of quests around here. I'll have to do them at some point, just to finish off this island. And Donna should be down here, I think. Donoran Hindar.
Greetings, Geralt.
Huh, I didn't know you could do this. I'll do this last.
What's new on Hindarsfjall?
New. Lofoten lies in ruins. The garden has been devastated. At least Muckvark's a problem no more, thanks to you. Now, if you could send the King of the Wild Hunt the same way.
All in good time. With Bran gone, by my count, that makes you the eldest of the Jarls.
Aye, it does. But I trust it'll not be for long.
Not like any of the others stand out, age you?
Nay, but I'd gladly pass the honor to the next in line. I've lived my fill, steeped my hand in the blood of foes, felt the warmth of the southern sun and the bite of the northern winds, the touch of women of the east and west. Now, I wish to die a death worthy of song.
Very Skelligan. Go out your way. Go out, get a knife and go kill a bear, apparently. That's how Bran went out.
Listen, need to broach a difficult topic. A young man from your clan. Skjall.
Craven, you meant to say.
That's just it. It was unjust of you to strip him of his name. He didn't run away, flee out of fear. He...
Only blood can clear one of shame. Words change nothing. Not his, not yours.
Fair enough. Once again, very Skelligan.
Apparently there was an ugly creature here. Showed up the day after Lofoten was destroyed.
Ah, true. Crawled up from the beach. Gob looked like eels had been nibbling it. And he walked like he had a barrel between his legs. A good deal of fun, that one.
You sold him, did I hear right?
Aye, I sold him. This merchant comes here from time to time, buys narwhal horns off us, uses them to make earrings and other such baubles for the wenches.
We were talking about the creature.
Ah, yes. This merchant, his eyes lit up soon as he saw the beast. Said a freak like that be the pride of any court. Proud of that, you merchant? Foreigners. I didn't want to sell him, but he offered a slew of coin.
I mean, I know they do.
Didn't know there was a slave trade in Skellige.
This weren't no human, Geralt. If you'd seen him, if you'd seen the mad things he does,
Tell me, what's he do?
Long bloody story. Suffice to say, my hound's wiser than he was, and my hound eats his own shite sometimes.
There is kind of a slave trade in Skellige anyway, because they capture people and, like, bring them to Skellige and force them to do shit. If that's not a slave trade, I don't know what the fuck is. I guess they just don't consider continental slaves? I don't know. Like, I feel like Geralt would know that too. Like, you can actually walk past some of the people in, like, Crack's court, and it's like, enslaved dancer, or whatever. Whatever.
Where will I find this merchant and the creature?
Why'd you ask? Want to buy him for yourself?
Looking to train a new Witcher.
Ah, good one. The merchant. He asked about the route to Novigrad, if there was pirates. So, I reckon that's where he sailed.
Just as likely that he stayed there as it is that he moved on. Either way, my chances of finding him are slim. Well, thanks anyway. Take care.
Cool. Right. So now, what I'm going to do, so I don't forget, is we're going to go to quests. Secondary quests. Last Wish. Name of the first book, by the way. If you've read the books, it will kind of give you a spoiler as to what this quest is about. But that's pretty much all it's going to be for today. I'm actually going to read some glossary entries for the new glossary entries that we got. So if you're not interested in that, I'll say goodbye now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. But for those who wants to watch it, here we go. Scowl. Ciri encountered plenty of liars, scoundrels, and villains along her path, but luckily happened on some decent folk as well, I see. There was odd sentence for structure. Certainly worthy of being counted among the latter was Scowl, a young warrior from Lofoten. Initially, he and his family tended to Ciri's wounds, nursed her back to health. Then he helped her flee the wild hunt. In doing so, he sacrificed things Skellige hold most dear. His honor. Accused of cowardice, he was forced to perform a heroic deed to clear his name. Sadly, he failed. Mortally wounded by a beast in an abandoned garden, he suffered a slow, painful, and lonely death. That's depressing. Uma. Geralt didn't know exactly what the deformed being that had sailed to Skellige in Ciri's boat was. He had no doubt, however, that it was somehow tied to her fate, and just might be the key to finding her. It turned out the diminutive freak had spent some time in the possession of Donna, Jarl of Hindarsfjall. Later, Donna sold him to a Novigrad merchant, who thought it was perfect material for a top-notch jester. Fair, I suppose, if somewhat degrading. We also got some upgrades to, I think, the Mysterious Elf and Yennefer? Yeah, here we go. Scowl's words drew a new detail onto the emerging picture of the mage. After the Wild Hunt's attack, Scowl had seen Ciri and a mysterious elf sail away from Skellige, their course set to the high seas. And then finally, Yennefer of Fingerberg. In order to obtain information they needed, Yennefer did not hesitate to resort to necromancy, and destroyed the goddess Freya's garden while doing so. If the proud sorceress felt any guilt as a result, as usual, she showed no sign of it. I think she did show a sign of it. Maybe not for destroying the garden so much, because she's stringently anti-pious, but I think she definitely felt bad about the necromancy itself, putting Scowl through the pain. That, I think she felt bad about. Like, the way she described it was like cockroaches in your mouth or swimming through manure, I don't think that was an actual physical sensation that she was talking about. I think that was just the idea of doing something that you find so heinous and so disgusting and so antithetical to what you want to do. It just makes you feel disgusting. In any case, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, where we're going to go help Yennefer with whatever it is she wants us to help us with. Help her with whatever she wants help with, I should say. But thanks for watching. I shall see you next time for more Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.